Hello, one and all, and welcome to another episode of MMA Vision Analysis. This one, I'm here to talk about Paulo Costa, middleweight division in the UFC, and Paulo Costa's comments regarding Sean Strickland. But before getting started, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, click that notification to get all of this that is new from this channel, your channel, the one and only MMA Vision Analysis. Paulo Costa back in the headlines. And once again, it's not for the right reasons. As of late, let's say after the Adesanya fights, Paulo Costa just became overly concerned with everything, and he seems to have an opinion about everything. And in terms of having opinions, he's been fantastic. But in terms of performances, he's been not so fantastic. Now he claims that the UFC offered him Sean Strickland, but the latter didn't want to fight Paulo Costa, or at least Costa thinks that Strickland doesn't want to fight him. And obviously Strickland has something to say about this, if I'm not mistaken. And it was something that hints towards him not being paid enough, basically, to fight a Paulo Costa. And in all honesty, anybody that fights Paulo Costa in the middleweight division at this point, I don't think you're going to go into the fight expecting the fight to sell a ton of pay-per-views. I don't really see Paulo Costa, not physically, but at least mentally, I don't see him as tough as other fighters in that middleweight division. And there's no disrespect to the guy here, but the guy seems to have taken a tumble. I mean, his career is pretty much crumbling right before our eyes. Numerous canceled fights, back-to-back losses, and nothing really seems to go the way Paulo Costa wants them to. As of late, it bothers me when athletes complain. That really bothers me. And Paulo Costa seems to complain about every single thing. And, in all honesty, I don't see the future of Paulo Costa in that middleweight division. Why would he fight Strickland? Why would that fight even make sense, in all honesty? I think the UFC is being overly generous with Paulo Costa. No disrespect to the guy here, but I think Jared Cannonier, that is, perhaps a more suitable opponent for Paulo Costa. With all respect to the former, all respect to all the guys here, but I don't think Paulo Costa deserves opportunities to fight against Strickland or anybody in the top of that division. Like I said, back-to-back losses, numerous canceled fights, injury after injury, and a lot of complaining. I'm personally not a fan of that. In all honesty, if Paulo Costa continues in this direction, then there's no real chance for him to compete in that middleweight division, let alone win titles again against a hyper competitive middleweight division. He lost his fight to Robert Whittaker. All respect to Whittaker. Whittaker throws his name right back up there with the top of that division, with one win really against Paulo Costa. I think Whittaker's set to face Hamza Chimaev sometime this year in Saudi Arabia. Winner of that fight determines who fights for the title. And what does Paulo Costa do at this point? Just wait around and just kind of wait for the best option that pops up in the perfect time. And in all honesty, I'm not sure about Paulo Costa's future in that middleweight division. If you made it this far, I appreciate you for sticking around. Please let me know what you think in the comments and subscribe for more.